What was the worst Christmas present you've ever received in your life? Was it a pet you didn't wish to own? Is it an ugly sweater? Or a useless keychain? It was a few days before Christmas in the COVID year of 2020. I was working from home on my laptop when a Teams invite came in from my boss, titled Update. Immediately, I started to feel a quiz in my stomach. You see, I have been with my firm for more than 6 years now, and every year, near the Christmas period, while everyone is starting to log off for the holiday season, a few of my colleagues would receive special gifts from their bosses. Retrenchment letters. So in this dreadful season, I braced myself for the call. Jowin, thank you for your contributions. Unfortunately, due to restructuring, your role has been made redundant. At first, I felt a huge sigh of relief. For us working in healthcare, we were battling an extremely crazy year, trying to meet the urgent COVID demands of hospitals across the globe. I was working long hours from home, I slept poorly, and I often snapped at my family members, which were all signs of burnout. And to top the cream, I had a well-respected colleague of mine die in that year from overwork. As I counted down to the last few weeks of my job, I started to feel bitter. In my mid-30s, at the prime of my career, I'm now retrenched? This is so unfair. I've spent so much time and energy building my career. I don't deserve this. It was the first time I had to sit down and ask myself, what is my identity now? And where am I going from here? As I was filled with so much angst, I did not pursue with a job hunt. Instead, with a retrenchment package, I invested in myself, going on a rampage of enrichment programs, coaching, Toastmasters, public speaking, investing, personal grooming, skills that I could build, not just to impact myself, but to impact others around me as well. And to be honest, these had been on my back burner for the longest time, but I never had time to pursue them. Why? Because I always prioritized my work before myself. I always admired women taking the podium and inspiring their audiences by telling their stories on stage. And I always told myself, I don't think I've got interesting stories to write and tell. And so, to challenge myself, I took to the stage in March 2021 for my first public speech, titled Living Life on the Edge, sharing the risks and the gains that I've had in my life. For a few days before, I was so nervous that I was preparing from top to toe what I was going to wear on the day itself. I was modifying my script countlessly, and I was practicing more than 20 times in front of my bathroom mirror. And that night, just moments before I went on stage, my head was spinning. What if I forget my script and I freeze on stage? Or what if I trip and fall off the stage? I was so afraid of public shaming than public speaking. But something changed when I went on stage. All the silly thoughts or the self-inhibitions, and all the shackles that I imposed on myself suddenly vanished. Instead, a newfound confidence greeted me, something I very much needed at that point in my life. For 5 minutes, I delivered my speech without a hitch. And when I ended, what I heard was a rousing applause. At that moment, I realized that I too could write, tell stories, and inspire people. And that night, I discovered my purpose as well, to touch people's lives and to inspire. Just like what I'm hopefully doing for you tonight. Thank you.